Hey, how you guys do? You ready? In the mixtape.
Bueno, hola amigos del Mixtape, bienvenidos a una nueva emisión. En esta ocasión estamos con una banda que es muy... es difícil hacer estas intros, pero bueno, es una banda canadiense que está conformada por cuatro mujeres que van a hacer vibrar el Corona Capital, y pues estamos con The Beaches. Welcome.
Hi. Thanks for having us.
How are you doing? How has been the media day?
It's been good. I mean, we had a little break in the middle of it. We got to go get brunch, so that was really nice. And yeah, it's been a lovely day outside. Yeah.
And how's Mexico? I mean, I think probably you should be asked a lot about this, but how's Mexico treating you?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is like the most beautiful city I've ever seen.
Yeah. We've been here for a few days, so we've just been exploring and trying out all the amazing restaurants.
When did you arrive?
We got here on Monday, and Jordan got in last night, so we've had a little bit more time to explore, and we've really enjoyed it a lot.
That's cool. I mean, Mexico loves music and loves having this kind of events going on, like the festival.
Totally.
So, okay, to start up, the elMixTape runs about the idea of getting to know what you grown up listening into, and I mean usually like whatever comes in the conversation in between that, and we end up with some recommendations. If it's
cool.
Music, books, movies, series.
Amazing.
Cool.
And recently we just the last recording with Water from Your Eyes, we thought it might be a good idea to add video games. I don't know if you play video games, but if you want to drop video games,
Absolutely.
that's cool too. So let me start with you, Leandra. This is the question, but I think it's better going
Each
one
one.
by one.
Yeah.
Good.
So what music do you grew up with to? How did your childhood sounded like?
NSYNC and Avril Lavigne, I think, formed my childhood. It was like early on with NSYNC, and then when I was like 7 or 8, I got into Avril Lavigne, and that was most of it. Yeah.
Fair.
I'd say also Avril Lavigne and a lot of like Green Day and like Pink. I don't know if you guys know Pink.
Yeah.
Also Pink.
And Jonas Brothers, of course.
And then when getting a little bit older, we started kind of getting into a lot of like Canadian indie rock bands. So we were obsessed with Tegan and Sarah.
Wait, what?
Tegan and Sarah.
I don't know.
It's two twins from I
Calgary.
think they're from Calgary.
Yeah.
But they're amazing. You listen to them. We went to their concert, and then we also really got into Metric.
City and Color.
Yeah.
I think, well, me and Kylie are sisters, and our parents, like, we listened to a lot of top 40s, so pop station. And then, like, classic rock, so, like, the Rolling Stones and the Beatles and Pretenders. And my dad was a little younger than my mom, and grew up, like, really loving, like, 80s music, specifically new wave music. And I think you can really hear that in a lot of...
And do you remember
Beaches.
any particular bands?
The Cure, Depeche Mode, Tears for Fears. They're my favorites.
Yeah, I mean it's hard not to.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay, so that's the music like you kind of grew up with, and do you remember the moment where you decided to pursue a career in music? And talking about that moment, the moment when that decision or that particular moment where you decided that, or where you notice you can do it, because there's a lot of people that usually don't know or they like music but they don't know they can live for music. And
I think it was kind of when we were graduating high school, making that decision to kind of pursue the band other than going to post-secondary school. But even while we were in high school, we were extremely dedicated to the craft, and we were playing shows every week. I think for all of us, it's kind of been a no-brainer for the most part. We've been doing this for like 13 years, and it's been our like everything to us since we started doing it at that age. But definitely, I think the conversation was had after high school when Leandra had the opportunity to go and pursue a scholarship at a university in Toronto, and she decided to just pursue the band, and then we all kind of followed suit. So
Yeah, none of us went to, well, you guys did a couple classes, I know, at post-secondary, but like it was, you know, our friends were going off to university and we were staying back in Toronto going to band practice, but I think we always knew that we'd end up in this position. It was just a matter of like how long.
So since when did you know each other?
We're sisters, so since birth.
And we went to public school together from a very young age. So about grade 1, we knew each other, and we met Leandra in early high school, and we knew her all throughout our high school career, basically. And then we just joined forces, and it worked.
That's been a while.
Yeah. We've
It's a long
been
time.
for 11 years, the 4 of us, and then with Eliza 15.
Yeah.
And how I mean, Leandra came a little bit later, but how did you connect it with
Jordan and Kylie?
Yeah.
We went to school together.
Yeah, no. But sorry, but if there was a connection that involves music.
Yeah. So they had previously, they were in a band already when we were in about grade 7, which is when I joined the band. They were in this band. There were some members that quit. One of them was the drummer, and I was very self-taught. Like I hadn't had a lesson. It was very just like for fun with drums for me. And then walking to school one day, Jordan came up to me and she said, "Hey, I heard you can play drums kinda, and we need a drummer, and do you want to come to our studio and rehearse?" And that was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, I think we had been like not very the closest friends.
No,
but
but we walked to school together. We were in the same friend group.
Yeah.
And then she asked me to go to rehearsal with them, and I did, and then we all became best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And what about Leandra? How do you
were her
as
peer
well
tutor, right?
Well, I was a fan of their band before The Beaches.
You were okay.
So I met them
She was
at
at
shows.
every show, yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah.
And then I took like band class and stuff in school and kind of connected with them that way. And then when a member quit, they phoned me to audition, and I was the only person to audition.
It was like
They didn't know a lot of people.
it was a no-brainer.
You were the one we wanted.
Yeah, come on.
It wasn't like
You poached me.
It was all set it up for you. It's not that you were the only one.
Yeah.
No, she was I called her.
She was the
And I said,
immediate,
"You're
like,
in."
we all immediately thought of her when we needed.
She's the one.
Yeah, she's the one. Yeah.
But do you approach her like before the audition, or it came out in the
It wasn't even an audition.
Our band member, the other girl quit, and then we needed someone to fill in that position. And at the time, we needed someone who would be like really properly trained at like keyboards and stuff. And Leandra has that background. Obviously, now she's lead guitar and she's like made that shift. But that's what really attracted, like what made her like the perfect kind of candidate. She also was like such a fun time and so funny.
Yeah.
We knew it would be like great being around her. Just we could tell based on our friendship, and it was a no-brainer. It was instant chemistry. The four of us. Yeah.
I like that word, a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've read I think I've read the history, or kind of the history, but I all the day I've been asking this because I think one very important thing about a band, it's the name. Right, because the drums have the name, because you give stickers,
It's
because
your
you have
identity,
So where does the name? I've read a thing, but I want to know it from you. Where's the Beaches?
So the Beaches is an area in Toronto that the three of us grew up in. We had named the band before Leandra joined, and she's a West Ender, so she's not from the area, but she's now an honorary Beacher. And yeah, it's a very special place to us. We all spent so much time there, and it just kind of is like part of our identity, so it felt like the perfect name for the band.
It's simple, it's elegant, you know, it's
gorgeous.
It sounds like the Beatles.
Yeah, it's a little
well,
bit
yeah, I haven't thought about that.
It's the second thing. If you like are typing up the Beatles, the Beaches is the next option.
Well, yeah, because it's a B and A.
Pretty smart.
Well, yeah, that's actually a pretty good.
Well, I know a lot of people think that it's because like the bitches and the beaches. Sorry for swearing. But we just weren't that clever. It's literally just like where we're from.
But now that probably there's people thinking that it's because of
some
that.
people think that.
But I like that there's a
They
false
can think that.
narrative.
That's fine.
I like that there's already conspiracies about our band. I want more of that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a theme I want to talk about, and I just wanted to put it on the table like in a pretty open question. And what experiences do you think you appreciate the most, or you can like give more value being a band of women? Because I mean, we're going through different times,
Yeah.
and well, the music industry used to be overrun by men.
Yeah.
If you go to history books, only because the history is written and not
Yeah.
lived, but music left us big names of musicians, but usually men are the
Yeah.
so
I really like the way you phrase that question, because like a lot of people always are like, what are the negative sides about being in an all-girl band? And so I really appreciate that you said like, what are like the benefits and positives of having an experience like this? And candidly, like, no offense to all the boys out there, but like I would never want to be in a band with men. Like I've always like worked better with women because they give you room to listen. I find women are better generally at collaborating, at sharing. I don't feel insecure to share my ideas around women.
And I think that we all have a very unique, similar experience. Like, for women being in the music industry, we all can relate to a lot of the things that we deal with. So that's, like, in itself a positive that we can vent to each other about, like, oh, this, stupid thing happened. It's like, oh, I totally know what that would feel like. That would suck. So it's nice to be able to relate to each other in that way.
I think a benefit would be inspiring other girls to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
I think it's the biggest
huge.
benefit, because we had a handful of women when we were kids who we looked up to, like Avril Lavigne being the main one, and like Shania Twain. And now, today, there's so many women in the music
there's so
industry
many.
that
I mean,
you can look up to.
I think actually the I don't know, the heaviest names in music industry probably are
women now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
So-
is, which is really cool, and it goes to show like the strength and talent of the women that came before this generation of female artists. And I'm so excited to see what's coming next.
Yeah, I mean, and there's we were just recently talking about this. It's almost impossible to know all the music projects out there because there are so many. But if you stop to think and think how many and I don't know, girls, even boys are inspired by the things you do.
Yeah,
It's
Totally. It's so cool. It's amazing because that shows like young girls, young boys, young people will come up to us and tell us that they wanted to start a band now after seeing us, and that's like all you could want as an artist. That's in itself is success, and like I'm happy with that.
That's
you
it.
know?
That's all you need.
That's all you want. Yeah.
And do you have like any particular experience talking about this, or
Like with the young people?
young people approaching to you
All the
and-
time.
all the
It
time.
shows. We
Constantly.
meet them, and we'll take photos with them and stuff, and they will tell us how excited they are about music because of our band, and that's so cool for us.
And besides the great stuff you're doing talking about music, do you have like any other like projects that support this, or are you intended to do like a
like in terms of mentoring younger female artists, or just
because this is an example. We recently had Ray Scabies here from the Dam, and we were talking about the punk movement and all his the ideas that the punk movement had, but he kind of regret himself because he said that okay, we had like this big message, but we didn't do anything. We only made our stuff and
I guess I see what you mean. I think in terms of making sure there's space for the next generation of young women artists or young people in the music industry, you have to use your platform when you do get this success to uplift others. And we've done that. I know we could be doing it more, but we've been trying. Like,
I think we do it a lot, and I think the way that we do it is by bringing mostly women on the road with us.
yeah, I'm not saying that you're not doing it.
No,
but
no,
I
no.
just want to.
I think that like the main thing, like there's always been like a very competitive nature with other female bands. Like when we first started, it felt like there could only be one female band on the lineup because that's what we were taught. But by challenging that and always kind of prioritizing female touring with other females artists, and especially queer artists too, it actually makes it like that whole narrative not be a thing anymore. And there can be multiple girls playing music together, and it doesn't have to be a thing where it's so competitive
To-
and like cutthroat.
tokenism.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no tokenism, and we try to, like I said, just like include as
news.
many women and especially queer women as possible, just so that it's not so like, I don't know, like it's such a surprise when people see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We can all succeed by sharing.
The space.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we're jumping up straight to another thing,
Yeah.
and it's this question that you're being asked a lot. But how do you feel about your show tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? Yeah, it's
tomorrow.
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 We're excited. It's our first ever time playing in Mexico, and we've heard from so many fans how excited they are to see us, and we just can't wait to feel the energy from the crowd because, I think people are just really hungry for it. So we're super excited.
Have you heard about? This is a question I've been doing a lot, but have you heard about the Mexican crowds?
Okay, we heard about them today. We heard
Yeah.
that they're crazy.
Like they're just
In a good way.
In a great, in a really good way.
Like, they're
they're super
energetic.
energetic.
Is that true?
Well,
Oh no.
no. Yeah, it's
Are they
actually
stiff?
it's completely true. But I don't know how to describe it. The way I like to describe it the most is that you're playing at a festival.
Yeah.
Of course, there's people only wanting to see the beaches,
But they're there.
but
for
there's
other
people that
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's going to see, I don't know, tomorrow's
Green Day.
Toto Green
And
Day.
Green Day,
Yeah. So they're having the day on the festival. But the thing I like the most about the festivals in here is that people go with an open mind.
I mean,
That-
Yeah, we
That's
love
great.
that.
That
That's
they're open to listen something new and to see, oh, I like that, and
Yeah.
who are they? And
That's what
research
you
them.
want. That's
yeah.
all you
Exactly.
want.
So-
yeah.
It's that kind of audience.
Yeah, so people are not like a skeptical, like, oh, I don't know how to say it.
Like
Yeah,
they're
like,
welcoming.
yeah.
People,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
aren't stuck up.
That's
of course,
good.
they won't sing along
That's fine.
because
Yeah.
it's
Maybe
hard to
play
sing
by
along as a song that you don't know.
And maybe in a
Okay.
different
But-
language, but
yeah.
that's okay.
But yeah, are you staying for the rest of the festival or?
Mhm.
will
Yeah,
you-
we're gonna be in town. Yeah, so we're hoping to go back and check out some more bands.
Because if you're staying for the headliners, there are bands with a lot of history.
Mhm.
I think how do you say
The vibe.
the vibe will be. I've been there in some of them, and they're huge.
It's a fun
yeah.
festival.
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah. Very
So
excited.
you'll enjoy it as being there as a how do you say, as a listener
Yeah.
Yeah.
and as
Yeah.
a former. So
On both
We
sides.
love that.
Yeah.
The best part about festivals is like finding artists that we wouldn't normally go to a live show.
Yeah.
And then becoming a fan.
Yeah, like I didn't expect I'd be seeing Toto, but here we are.
yeah,
You know,
it's
yeah.
Bless the rains.
There we go. Down in Africa.
and are you staying for a Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, we are.
Yes. Yeah.
We're gonna go see Paul McCartney as well, which is cool.
It's crazy.
And do you ever expect it when you started in music to? It's kind of a goal, right? If you only tour like Canada, it's what's the point of being a rock star, right?
Yeah.
But
Nailed it. You said it better than we did.
so, how do you feel now that you are starting to tour and to get known in places like
It's amazing.
Mexico?
It's very surreal. We've been recognized, or as we like to say, recognized on the street like every day. Everywhere we post, like if we post we're at a restaurant, fans will come there.
Yeah.
And it's so surreal to remember, oh, we're in Mexico City.
Yeah.
And people know who we are.
We're so far away from home.
Yeah.
I think you can always, it's such a weird line, like you can have like those ambitions for yourself as a band, but it does feel so surreal when you actually get there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pinch me. Every time it happens, it still like shocks you a bit. It's
And that
crazy.
could be just like Canadian humbleness, or it could just be like what everybody secretly feels when this happens.
It's awesome.
And have you planned on the set list for the
yeah,
for the show?
we have. Yeah, we have
all
it
the
ready.
bangers. It's gonna be a really energetic show for sure.
It's just half an hour, so we
Yeah.
gotta get the hits out there.
Yeah.
I just want to know. The song I like the most.
I saw you have written. down.
Yeah.
Which one?
Desdemona.
Desdemona.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's gonna
No,
I don't think
sorry.
that- I don't think that makes the
Sorry.
cut.
I'm
No.
sorry, I'm not going.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be a
I
lot.
have an open mind.
No, it's gonna be a lot of stuff off of Blame My Ex.
Yeah.
And
The two
the
singles.
newer singles that just came out. But listen, maybe we'll throw in Desdemona for you.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, so just to start closing this up, it's time for the recommendations.
Okay.
So
Okay.
whoever wants to start, I saw you excited for the video
Video
games.
games?
And,
Video games?
You
And
guys answer that.
and I do kind of love video games too, so I'm excited for what you could
Oh,
draw
I'm excited about this.
Okay. But a recommendation, I was thinking like what we grew up on. 'Cause
on
I
video
haven't been-
games.
I like to say I haven't been gaming, but
Well,
well, on my iPhone, I don't know if you've heard of Township. It's a farming game.
Yeah,
have you heard of
It's
it?
not my usual vibe. It's like a Facebook kind of game, but
Yeah.
I am obsessed.
It's like a Facebook mom game that she's playing.
Oh,
No, I-
I can't get my hands off of it.
I actually love Facebook games because there's I play
game.
plenty of mobile games.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they usually drop like announcements of some other games, and
Yeah.
usually they look good. There's this one, like, I don't know if you saw it, or if you've seen it yet, but like there's like a dude in 2 lines, and there's like he needs to shoot like
Yes, talking about it
numbers
yesterday,
and
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Just
Facebook
played the
game?
demo. It's giving
Oh
Township.
my god.
and is it
I-
real? Have you downloaded?
Not yet, but I probably will.
I've read the people
Review?
talking about the game, and they say it's a fake one. What's that? They say
What?
that
It's not
it's not
good?
real. It's not that game.
That's so weird.
yeah,
Okay.
but, I mean,
But-
it's-
Yeah, but I would like to. I'm regularly playing like Skate 3, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Those are the ones. I
You
would
like Overcooked on tour?
Yeah.
is there one of a kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one
Um,
gets me cooked up.
Is this just any games we currently like?
No, it's not only games. If you want to
Oh.
drop
Or
music,
music too.
yeah,
Oh,
whatever,
okay.
whatever. But
gosh,
if
it's all
you
over-
play video games,
No, it's all
that'd be
over the
cool.
map. I mean, recently I got a new game called Fae Farm. It's so fun. Have you ever played Stardew Valley?
I don't.
I'm gonna cough. Or Animal Crossing. Kind of
Yeah,
similar
it's
to that.
like an open world.
Yeah, kind of like
style.
that, but you like, I don't know, it's really fun. Music wise, I've been listening to a lot of Fred again lately. He's like my
Yeah,
favorite
Fred,
artist
okay.
right now. I don't know, I like a lot of UK artists. Like I really love Wolf Alice. There's a rapper called Little Sims that I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred is also from the UK.
She's breaking it, right?
She's
Little
great.
Sims, yeah.
She's so cool. But yeah, those are my recommendations.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do not play video games.
It can be anything.
No.
Movies.
Books,
Recommend something.
movies.
Oh, a book, the Akatar series.
Yeah.
Akatar. Sorry, go ahead.
Love that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Something I would recommend. Is this a current thing, like a new thing, or like something I
Whatever
grew
you
up?
want.
No,
The
whatever.
English Teacher, the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Oh, so
you
good.
saw it too?
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't
Yes.
talked about it. It's so
We
good.
love it. It's so funny. It's just so heartwarming, and especially like after being on the road for so long, like having a show that you can binge and become obsessed with is like the best feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really good. What else have I been really watching? I've been watching a lot of like Hot Ones videos on YouTube. That's kind of been like a new thing for me, where I'm just kind of going through all the old ones.
YouTube sisters.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go
I
out.
was so geeky. I was gonna
Oh,
say for bands, there's this great band from the UK called Bad Nerves. They're on tour with Weezer right now.
They're going on tour.
They're going on tour with Weezer. They're old buddies of ours, but like really, really
Awesome.
fabulous band. I love YouTube. I'm like put
You
that
guys
right.
heard of it?
Put that right.
Y'all can't recommend y'all
YouTube.
too. YouTube over here.
Curtis Connor, Drew Gooden, Broey Deschanel. They've got some really good channels. Nerdstalgic. I really like that one.
And that's Caps.
And then I also like.
You only get 3.
Move on to the next one. YouTube.
And then there's a great author, Curtis Sittenfeld. I recommend all of her books if you like romance and comedy and subversive writing.
All right.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Township
I
and
just have
Curtis.
one question, because I kind of identify myself in the YouTube thing.
Oh.
Are you that kind of person that can't eat without a YouTube video?
I
She can't
actually
breathe.
can't
She
breathe
can't.
without-
breathe without a YouTube video.
Anytime she's not working, she's watching YouTube.
Truly.
No, it's true. The minute she gets home and is off, YouTube.
I could care less that I'm meeting some big there's some celebrities that I've met I should be really
If
excited
there's-
about.
And she's
But
like, I can't wait to get home and
I
watch
go
Marie
to-
YouTube.
Antoinette. Like if
if I got to meet any of
Yeah.
the Try Guys, get me out. I could pass away
go.
instantly. Yeah.
No,
She
but
gets
I
up
didn't even
stage
get
and
into-
she's
she could
on
definitely
YouTube.
she could eat without YouTube. Didn't need it.
Well,
But
if she's with us, she won't be watching it. But
Well-
if she's alone, she's not eating
Yeah.
and not watching.
She
Yeah,
did
it's
it in
true.
LA.
In LA,
did.
she had her headphones in just listening to podcasts while she
Oh
was
well, that's
eating.
interchangeable with you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Podcasts are all,
Yeah.
I didn't get to go into podcasts, but I shared too much of what I like. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
You only get a couple.
Cut off.
Because there's like this trend here, at least in Mexico or in my circle, and I do it too. I usually spend like 2 hours. I prepare my meal,
Yeah.
and then 2 hours searching for my video. And
I do
when
that.
I
It's cool.
find the exact video, I start eating.
Yeah.
But
I do
yeah,
the
it's
exact same thing. Yeah.
it's hard to find a YouTube video.
It's
to
because
eat
we're
with.
all lonely.
Gonna
Because
scratch your
YouTube's
brain
our
with
friend.
Okay, so you were excited. You said something about the TV series. It was
English
some-
teacher. Yeah, we all
Yeah,
we love
okay.
it. We
Yeah.
all been watching it. It's a really good show. It's relatively new. It's on Disney Plus. Super funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really good.
you should. You'll love it. It's really,
Really
good.
English teacher, right?
Yeah.
English teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's been the mixtape. El mixtape, because it's
elMixTape.
Gracias por ver y no olviden suscribirse, dar me gusta y estar al tanto de todas las próximos episodios y dinámicas. Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank
Gracias.
you. Gracias.
T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, how you guys? You ready? In the mixtape.
Es todo.